Might notice a lot of one thing, and that is a lot of code names, Rear Admiral Stattle, and and all these other kind of names. It's because the people who you think run the country don't run the country, and also that you have a lot of things like what you start realizing is that basically, well, I mean, I am Lucifer Star, and technically I'm 40 years old and I'm going to die, and I'm actually also the creator of humanity, and also the one who told the humans about the galaxy coming towards us. I said, well, there's a galaxy that used to be 100 trillion years apart, and it's now, I don't know, a couple hundred billion, I mean, or whatever, years from us. Depending. Like I said, it was 100 trillion, and then it was 50 trillion, and now I didn't know what it was. And scientists now say it's about 680 billion away. So, anyway, and I was the one who told them about it in 1960. Anyway, and it's coming to meet us because, well, for one thing, I wanted a galaxy flyby. No one had ever done that before. No one has ever orbited two galaxies at the same time. It's unheard of. No one has done that before. No one. And I was going to be the first Lucifer Star. So I set it up. I was like, okay, we'll put this one here. We'll put that one there. And so I just started building them about 100 trillion billion years apart and made them in such a way that they would be attracted together. At 100 billion years apart, you can't actually, gravity won't pull them. You can't use normal magnetics. So, and these two objects had to basically be attracted to one another. So, anyway, it was my idea of a giant space clock because everybody was always saying, "Well, how do you know how much time?" Because nobody knows how much time has passed in space. I mean, you can kind of track progressions, but there's no definitive way of saying, okay, this is how much time has passed. This object was here, and now it's here. So there's no definitive way of telling how much time has passed galactically in space. So I thought, well, we can actually just create two galaxies that are about 100 trillion years apart, and they'll be attracted, and then we'll know how much time has passed. And I also wanted to measure how much particle creation happens in 100 trillion years, because my stars only gain about 4% mass every blah 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 amount of time. It takes a lot of time for because we're only getting about 1% or 4% new material or matter in the galaxy every millisecond or second or whatever. I don't really know. But basically, the galaxies are increasing in mass about 4% every whatever. Okay. So, anyway, so how do you know how much time has passed? You don't. You don't really know. So, how old is the galaxy in the universe? So, I just created two galaxies that were 100 trillion years apart, and they've been attracting together this whole time. Getting ever closer. It's Lucifer Star's space clock, LS space clock, basically. Anyway, I'm the creator of. I actually probably built it before humanity ever even existed. Probably with one of my other life forms. Like I said, I have four exoskeleton life forms that I used to use personally, and then there's also the 1.5s. That was another life form set, and also a couple others. And invented the compressor engine. And like I said, the compressor engine works on the fact that you pinch the tail. The whole way that the jet engine works is that you pinch the head, you pinch the tail, and the air coming in basically um, gets to combustion chamber and then goes out the back. And it's really complicated because what's to stop the force from going that way? Well, the incoming air. So, it's really hard for them to work on the ground because basically, a fan or incoming air has to make them burn. And you need pressure on this side, and you need some way to keep the pressure from it because otherwise the air just goes through them. But anyway, and we use basically a cone or a fan shape to basically get that air to compress and basically the rotational speed of it basically is compressing air, and then pretty much you have more air. You have an air cushion right here, and then you have combustion pressure here, and then you just put in the fuel, and then out it goes. And then it goes through another fan on the way out, another fan blade set on the way out, and basically that is your jet engine. Two fans basically together. And it's a crazy concept, but it works. And I came up with it because it's like, well, why can't you do that? It's like, well, theoretically you should. And we actually built the first jet engines actually by just simply taking an engine, and we put an engine and we spun them up. A piston engine went, and we got the fan really moving, and then we put the fuel in, and it worked. And then we shut off the engine. Maybe, actually, no, it actually did kind of work. But it took about 3 years to get them to work. Actually, it took us a long time to get them to work. Actually, it took about 3 years, and then they kept melting. Anyway, you have a bunch of fucking idiots out there, like General Grady, who got rescued from people because I probably said, yeah, go get him. Or one of my people said, yeah, go get him. Who actually got, I'm proud to be American, and I don't even know who came up with the name for my country. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, shut the fuck up. And I don't even know who actually named my country. Sorry. I just have to put him down because it's like, shut the fuck up. I don't even know who put air ejection seats on my aircraft, which I injected out of and saved my life. Those cost about $3,000 extra on jets. And yeah, your government didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. I had to pay for each and every single one of those fucking ejection seats. $3,000 about to build them. And they bitched the whole entire fucking time. So, yeah, you're dead. Grady, you're dead. Kiss your wife. You died. I'm sorry. Your leader was too fucking cheap to actually put them on your jets. Yeah, United States actually didn't have ejection seats, nor parachutes, by the way. Then, it was too much money, and if you got shut down, oh well. Hey, don't fly an aircraft. You won't die. That was your commander in chief right there. Basically, that considered $3,000 per aircraft for his fighting men to be, that's for $3,000 that he could be spending. So yeah, you soldiers, you're dead. Sorry, yeah, and your bulletproof vests, yeah, $150 per soldier. Why should they spend that on you when they can just, go spend that themselves? So yeah, sorry, you're dead. Yeah, there was no bulletproof vest to save your life. I'm sorry, you're dead. Just count yourself dead. Yeah. Like you, the soldier, your people, your commander-in-chief basically said, why? That's $300 that, he didn't have, and besides, and then he has to pay all this other money, and he doesn't, and he could just take that money and go. Hey, fuck it. Whatever. Anyway, I can't even put out this video because everybody would be like, oh my God. It's like, you know what? That's the way life is. Basically, they were cheap and they didn't give a fuck about you. Lucifer Star, me, I care about my people. I'm actually from Europe and Germany, where we actually care about our own. And I actually gave a crap about my people. And my people actually, and giving crap about your people not only makes your people love you, but it also makes your people actually want to fight for you, and also makes your people actually live longer. So your people are actually around longer to actually fight for you. And, and that actually matters. Rather than the other mentality, which is, hey, here's a gun. Bye. Look at all this money I saved. Which is basically your current administration's attitude, pretty much. But I invented printed money, and I invented money in general. So, hey, money was easy for me. And inventing was easy for me. And I invented lots of things. So, Anyway, yeah, my actual what's it called the aircraft thing actually began in Germany and Europe. So anyway, whatever.